Really happy to have everybody out here this morning. It's early for some folks, but for a lot of the volunteers, they've been out here for hours already. And they're excited about the day that we're going to have. This is our third annual official City of Houston Back to School Fest. We've been at George R. Brown Convention Center, we've been at Reliant. Today we're at the University of Houston. This isn't intended to be a scavenger hunt where you figure out where we're going to have our Back to School Fest. We've gone through a progression of how this event comes together. And I want to talk about a little bit about how we got here and what we're going to do today. And kids, who's that? You know who that is? That's Shasta. See this? Okay. We have a wonderful city. We have a very philanthropic city. We have a city where neighbors look out for neighbors. And we have a city with a lot of kids who are about to start school. Some of those young people will not have the tools to start the school on the first day with everything they need. And if you don't start school on the first day with everything you need, you have a significant chance of falling behind, and every day you fall a little farther behind. So we want to do what we can to make sure that our kids get off to a good start, a strong start on the first day of school. In previous years, we have done our Back to School Fest as a first come, first serve event. And it was a little chaotic, to say the least. This year, we have transitioned to a process of pre-registration and appointments to make sure that we have what we have promised for everyone who decides that they need it and for everyone who shows up. Now, this isn't just about, are you going to have the pencils and the paper and the notebooks to start school? It is about the other things that our children need to start school. It is about immunizations. It is about eye exams, dental exams. It's about, do you have the uniform that is going to be required at my school? We even have underwear and sock giveaway today. We would not be able to pull this event off without some really wonderful community sponsors, and I want to thank them for that. They have underwritten this event. Our presenting sponsors, Shell and Motiva, you'll hear from in just a little bit, but we have a number of other sponsors as well. They're acknowledged in the room and they're acknowledged on the back of these very cool t-shirts, so I hope everyone will take an opportunity to recognize the sponsors. And then we have our host today, our Tier 1 university, the University of Houston. And our shirts are red. It's fine for people to go to the George R. Brown Convention Center to have this kind of event, and it was fine for folks to go to Reliant to have this kind of event. But we're here with these kids today because we someday want them to be walking the halls of universities like this one. And so it made sense to us that we host this event at a university campus because many of the families who are going to be here today, and this is spread out from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, have never been on a university campus. They don't know even where it is, what it feels like. We want them to experience that university campus, and hopefully these kids will decide to come back here one day. I know I was imprinted on the university I ultimately attended at about the same age these kids were. I fell in love with the campus and determined to go back. We hope that happens here today. Among the departments and organizations that are participating in what we're doing here today, I want to thank the Department of Neighborhoods, 311, Public Works and Engineering, and Solid Waste Management, Houston Police Department, the Houston Fire Department, Office of Emergency Management, Health and Human Services, Houston Public Library, Parks and Recreation Department, and then Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Crime Stoppers of Houston is going to have a ID program today for kids, Houston Food Bank, Target Hunger, and many, many other sponsors and donors. I'm excited to be joined today by Councilmember Wanda Adams. And I appreciate her getting up this morning. No other council members got up. Wanda rocks. Wanda rocks.